edition of the Phillip Sadiq Show. I am your host, Phillip Sadiq, and I just say this, I'm so excited. It's a pleasure to have these two gentlemen from the film Catch a Fire. We have Tim Robbins here, actor, producer, director, and the director of Catch a Fire, Mr. Phillip Noyce. How are you guys doing today?
Great.
We're just great.
Great to be here in the Bay Area.
Yeah, we're glad to have you guys. So how did this project come about?
You know, it was a story that was told by the screenwriter's father, Joe Slovo, who was head of the military wing of the African National Congress in South Africa. He told his daughter, Sean, if you ever want to make a film about this part of South African history, make it about this man, Patrick Chimuso, an extraordinary true story. And she wrote it, she gave it to me, I gave it to Tim, he said yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, Tim, you've played in so many things. I mean, the movie for me that put your imprint on me was The Shawshank Redemption. What compelled you to choose this particular role that was offered you of Voss?
A great script, which are few and far between, where you read them and you don't stop reading them. Sometimes it takes me like 3 days to get through a script. This one took me an hour, just reading. Beautiful writing, complex characters, ambiguous morality at times, but a fantastic resolution. Incredibly moral resolution, incredibly hopeful resolution. And then Phillip, who has directed great films ranging from Patriot Games and Clear and Present Danger to Rapid Proof Fence and Quiet American, all of which I enjoy. And this was kind of a combination of those two different worlds of films that he's been doing. A great action story, a great romance, a compelling drama. It comes to a resolution that's really rare in film, and I think the audiences will really appreciate it.
Okay, so now meeting Patrick for the first time, how was that for you?
It was well, first of all, I think I met him the second or third day I was there. I'm overwhelmed already with being in Africa. And I'd never been to Africa. Had the daunting challenge of playing in Africa. Being from America, both Derek and I realized we had our work to do. We had our work cut out for us if we were going to be responsible to this, because we got to not only understand our characters and our accents, but we have to understand the continent and the history of this particular country, South Africa. So meeting Patrick was just as daunting for me, because his story is so inspirational. I just wanted to tell him that I was inspired by it, and I think he looked at me and he said, did he say this to you? He said, I don't think he's right for the part.
Yeah, that's what he said. He said to me,
jump in!
Yeah, well, here, Patrick, lives in a bubble. He's way up in the north of South Africa, near the Kruger National Park, in a little valley where he has this wonderful orphanage that he runs. And he comes down to Johannesburg, big city in South Africa, and he meets this guy who he's never heard of. He's never seen him in a movie. So he says to me, well, have you got a videotape that I could see for this, see who this guy is?
He said, first of all, he's too handsome, which I was really excited about. And then he said, he was too nice. He's too nice.
Yeah, he thought that Tim was a bit soft. I explained that was the real Tim, and wait till he turns it on the screen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, your role is very strong, I should say. The character's conflicted because it seems like he knows certain things, but then you also bring a human part because he has a family too.
Yeah, he was just trying to keep his family safe, There were real fears. Countries to the north of South Africa had gone bad. There was a communist influence in the ANC. They were funding them with weapons and training. So they did have real fears. They were a minority also. What was it? 3 million whites
and 25 million black South Africans.
So fear makes people. Fear can lead to bad policy. When you are surrounded by your own fear, and you don't realize your own humanity, and you compromise your own humanity. One of the things that really rang true for me about the script was this idea that when you compromise your own morality, when you throw away the rule of law, oftentimes you exacerbate the problem, create more enemies than you started with before.
We're going to wrap this up, guys. Thank you for coming on the show, and everyone see Catch a Fire, please. It's a very moving picture. Thanks, guys.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.